Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Let's make sure the mic is on the right one. It is. All right. All right, so I started the video with Kambiz about losing weight, and so what I decided best was to make a video series for you guys. My goal is to keep the videos short, 3 to 5 minutes, so anyone can look at it, and that's the recording goal. So I'm going to go fast here because this one might be a little bit long because I want to give you an understanding of what we're doing. So I'm going to go fast though. I'm trying to make it short as possible, okay? And so that's part of the goal. So here's the goals, okay? So you really shouldn't start any kind of program without actually having a direction, like where are we going? What's our purpose? Or what is our goals? So here's our goals. Number one, we want to flush your system. That's my number one goal every morning. Every day I want to flush out my system, flush out the toxins, flush out the lactic acid and all the other junk, okay? Number two, the main goal is really to alkaline your body, meaning your bloodstream, okay? Let me give you a little quick thing here. Your mouth, your esophagus, and your stomach, and I believe your intestines, but for sure your mouth and your stomach, are going to be a higher acidic. It's going to have a higher acidic rate, okay? So they're not supposed to be alkaline, but your bloodstream, your blood system, we want that to be a higher pH, okay, which is alkaline. Acidic is lower pH, neutral is 7.0, and then you go above that and you have alkaline, okay? And that causes health. You know how you get rid of cancer? Alkaline. An acidic blood system in your body, that's what causes cancer, okay? And tooth decay. So we got a lot of stuff I want to give you, but it's going to be simple and simple videos. So now the third goal, simple, unbelievably simple, okay? I'm going to skip over all the stuff you'd read that would complicate everything and get to this point. If you want to go back and read books, I'll refer a couple books and items and things you can read over the next couple of video series, okay? So I'm going to give you one metaphor, one true life story. As I've said in my past videos, one thing I learned from a football coach was everything from math, science, football, they all break down to either 2 or 3, maybe 5 patterns. That's it. Everything else is just a combination of those patterns. So once you understand those 2 or 3 patterns, or 4 or 5, depending on what is you're studying, everything becomes simple. I had a math teacher in college say the same thing. I'm like, God, how did you learn all this? He goes, here's Michael. It's really simple, actually. Once you see the patterns, he said the same thing. And I learned the same thing when I started understanding communication between men and women. There's just some basic patterns. And once you see them, it becomes really easy to understand the opposite sex and to meet their needs and to fulfill them emotionally, okay? All right, so now, what are going to be the results? So first, the goals. Let's go back to goals. Number one is to alkalinize your body, alkaline. Number 2, we want to flush your system. Number 3, we want it to be simple. We want it to be easy, okay? I'm going to give you one more metaphor. When I was powerlifting, I was maxing out at about 325, and I was just like, man, So I went to a professional bodybuilder, and I said, because he was like squatting and benching a lot of weight. And he gave me one little trick. He goes, you need to eat red meat at least twice a week, because at the time I was a vegetarian, okay? I was like, well, okay. No, first he said just eat meat. So I eat chicken, and then I started going up, and then I plateaued. And he goes, you need to eat red meat twice a week. So I started doing that. Boom, boom, boom. I started going up and plateaued again. And I went back to him. He goes, the next thing you need to do, you need to get glutamine into your system immediately. And he goes, that will get into your bloodstream fast. He goes, there's a 45-minute window. If you go past that window, instead of eating the food in your stomach, it starts to eat your muscles. And now you may as well just not have lifted that day, okay? So I started doing that. All of a sudden, I started to grow and get big, and I started benching more weight till the point there was a couple other little super ridiculously easy tricks. Like one of them, don't lift as much. I used to way overlift too much. I used to lift 6 days a week and only take 1 day rest. I shifted that to only lifting 4 days, 2 on, 1 off, and 2 on, and then the weekends off. And 2 of those days were light days, and one of them was medium. I only had 1 heavy day. Before that, every day was heavy, and I was burning myself out. When I started doing these simple tricks, I got bigger and stronger, and I was like, wow. And I'm looking at the guys at the gym, they're like, how are you doing that? I'm like, no, trust me. Like, another simple trick. After you train for about 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks is what it was, depending on what your program was. Then you were to take off, I think it was like 4 to 6 weeks, a ridiculous amount of time. I was like, I can't do that. He convinced me to take 2 full weeks off. He goes, don't swim, don't jog, don't do any push-ups, don't do any sit-ups. He goes, I want you to rest. Don't even go for long walks. I'm like, all right. And I came back and my bench press jumped up about 10, 15 pounds. I was like, whoa. And it felt strong. Believe it or not, but it's not working harder that makes you faster, stronger, bigger, smarter, wealthier, better grades. It's when you, another one was rest. Get your rest. Not only does that apply to your muscles and athletic sports, it applies to business. It applies to pretty much anything. So one thing I learned, there's a pattern in everything, and this pattern about the simple tricks applies to everything, including your health and nutrition. So let's get to the results, and then I'm going to get to your unbelievably simple, what I'm going to give you today. So simple, it's unbelievable. The results are going to be, number one, this is our number one result we're looking for. You feel better, okay? Because if you feel better physically, then you'll feel better emotionally, which means you're more likely to be more motivated to eat right, to do more things, to work more, to work out, to get more things done. So let's simplify that. All we want is for you to feel better, emotionally and physically, all right? Number two, mental clarity. When you do these simple tricks, you're going to get mental clarity, which again allows you to have more motivation. People are like, why are you so motivated? I'm like, well, I'm doing this and this, and I'm eating this food and I'm doing that. And it's like, it's simple. I promise you, it already sounds complicated. It's not. Wait till I get to what we're going to teach you today. It's going to blow you away how simple it is. Number three, we're going to make your system healthy, from your heart to your liver to your lungs, to your muscles, to your bloodstream, everything. And again, that all goes back to making it an alkaline system instead of acidic. Acidic bloodstream is not healthy. Here's the next thing. It's going to help you to lose weight, and you're going to be more active in an easier way, not a harder way. It's going to be consistent versus hard. It's just consistency is much better, okay? All right. So the future videos are going to be about this long. Watch this. This is it. Are you ready? This is your first lesson of the day of this program. We want you to wake up in the morning and drink 2 tall glasses of filtered water. First thing in the morning. That's it. Nothing else. And they need to be at least this tall. Now, if you are under 100 pounds, probably 1 glass would be more than enough for you, okay? So you want to drink about this much, 2 glasses, okay? Kambiz is doing a little bit less than this. And I said, yeah, you actually want to do more. So you want double this. Actually, you know what? Hold on. So here's what I want you to do. These are 2 tall glasses, okay? I don't want you to do like a coffee cup. That's not enough. It's got to be more than that. Okay, you got to, first thing, okay, so here's how easy it is. First thing you're going to do, 2 tall glasses. That's it. Either filtered water or bottled water, something like Essentia or Smart Water, okay? I'm going to give you another secret that's going to make it easier if you can't afford those. All right, so this company is called Pure. Let's see if I could tilt enough without spilling the water. It's called Pure, okay, P-U-R. This is a much better filtration system than the other brand, Brita. I know because I used it, I looked it up, and I could tell, you could tell by when you taste it. So this is filtered water, okay? You don't have to, and this will save you a lot of money from buying bottled water. And the filter system, you get 2 of them. There's one that lasts a certain amount of time, then you got another one that lasts like 2 months. Get that one. It'll save you in the long run. All right, so the only other thing I'm going to do is I want you to notice something. The pH on this is 9, and it says alkaline. Remember, what is alkaline? 7.0 or above is alkaline. That's the pH. 6.9 and below is going into the acidic levels, okay? This one has, where'd it go? It was 9.5. All right? Now, let's say you can't afford those things and you just got water. Now, here's the cool thing. Where I live, our water that comes out of the sink is 8.4, is up to, I think, 8.6. The very lowest it'll ever be here is 8.1. So that's like really high alkaline. So I don't need to do this. Now, if you want to make your water alkalinity go up, add just a little tiny pinch of this into a pitcher. If you want, you can put a pinch into a glass like this too, or one of these ones, okay? The reason why I bring this up is because This is the tall glasses that I used to use when I was powerlifting. Okay? I would drink 2 tall glasses first thing in the morning to flush out my system. Now, why do we want to get a lot of water in your system? What we found out is the reason why people drink coffee is not for the caffeine. It's for the water. The reason why you're sluggish in the morning is because you're dehydrated overnight. When you sleep 6, 7, 8 hours, your body is sweating and perspiring. You probably had to go to the bathroom once in the morning. Your body needs water. It needs to hydrate. I'm telling you, when I first started doing the 2 glasses, first thing I do when I wake up is this. If you do that, you will feel better fast. I've got some more tips and tricks that is going to be so unbelievably simple that'll make you wake up and you will feel unbelievably good in the next coming videos, okay? So remember, you can also brush your teeth with this because this makes your mouth alkaline, which helps fight against cavities, okay? Cavities, if you have an acidic system, which sugar causes, it'll make it acidic and you get cavities. All right, that's it for today's video. The next couple of videos will not be this long. They will be much shorter. So hopefully you watch this. I'll see you guys next video. Go to Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com, MikeKollin.com. Bye.